Have you ever heard people say that a leader is acting authoritarian or that a country is turning into a dictatorship? What do those big words even mean? Are they the same thing? Let's break it down super and simple so that anyone can understand because today, this stuff really matters. Authoritarianism is when one leader or one group has most of the power and they don't want to share it. They tell people what to do and they don't like being questioned. Okay. Think of it as like a school where the principal makes all the rules, doesn't let anybody speak up, and punishes those who disagree. Now, a dictatorship is when one person has total control, no voting, no freedom, no choices. So you can think of that as authoritarianism is the road and dictatorship is the destination at the end of said road. Now, some may wonder, how does this happen? It happens in steps. So the leader says the system is broken. I'm the only one to fix it. So they try to silence the press, judges, and political opponents. Does this sound familiar? They change the rules so that they can stay in power longer. They get rid of anybody who disagrees. And just like that, boom, they're in full control dictatorship. Let's look at what happened in Germany back in the day, right? He was elected, but then he gave himself more and more power until he was a dictator. And then Putin in Russia, he keeps changing the rules to stay in power, jailing opponents and controlling the media. That's authoritarianism turning into a dictatorship. Now, let's take a look at what's happening now. For example, the U.S., y'all already know who's in charge right now, said things like, I alone can fix it, questioned or ignored court decisions, repeatedly insulting the press, suggesting staying in power beyond the term's limits, and called the opponents enemies, right? When you call somebody an enemy, you know the narrative that makes, instead of the people who with just different ideas, right? Are these dictatorships? No, not yet. But it is authoritarian signs, and those can lead to a dictatorship. Can it be stopped? Short, yes. People can speak up, vote, protest, ask questions. The democracy only works if the people don't give up their voice. If we stay quiet, authoritarianism can become dictatorship. Now, if we stay involved, it doesn't have to. Here are 5 big red flags that we should look out for, okay? The leader says only I can fix it. Attacks on the press or the media already happened. Trying to stay in power longer than allowed already happening. Silencing opponents already happening. Making people afraid to speak up. Look at DC, already happening. Okay, when you see those things, that means that it's time to speak up. It's time to speak up. Authoritarianism doesn't always lead to dictatorship, but it can, and it often does if nobody stands up. So whether it's in history class, the news, or at the dinner table, ask questions, stay curious, and don't give your power away, even a little, okay? Stay informed, stay involved,